All know we're going to discuss how and why building referral partnerships and concrete collaborations will grow our business and exposure and revenue and fun. Like, oh, this is one of my favorite topics, and I'm really excited to dive in. And really, why this conversation keeps coming up, and I just want to let you know you're safe to share here. Everyone is an equal. There is no one above, below. We're all equals. But I've been hearing a lot in my network that we all feel like we're in this rat race to have like better social media posts or better reels or waiting for the algorithm to like magically send us dream clients. And we're all doing the same things. We're learning carousels, we're learning reels, we're learning copy. And the market is kind of looking a little saturated, despite your niche. Does anyone feel like that sometimes? Hi, Monica. She says definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And I really want to address this that, again, my three things I want every woman to have is authenticity, integrity, and sustainability in her business. And it's really not authentic if we're looking and sounding like everyone else. So raise your hand, say yes if you're ready to sound and look different. If you're ready to look like you, feel like you, have some fun, get some partners that introduce you to your ideal clients. So you don't have to spin your wheels like, does my reel look good? Oh my gosh, is this even ethical to post? Let's get into it. So I want to ask you all, recently, have you bought something, whether it was a product on Amazon or a service that you were referred to? And if so, if it's something appropriate, can you please write it in chat? So like for me, I just purchased a service with a doula, a birth coach, someone to help me navigate pregnancy. And she was an introduction. Boston says, yes, great. Boston, what did you recently purchase? If it's appropriate and you feel safe to share, what was that thing or that service? And I promise there's a method to my madness and why I ask these crazy questions. And while you're thinking, I'll use myself as an example unless someone feels safe to come forward, and we'll use your recent purchase as an example. When I purchased working with this doula, she came recommended by several trusted resources and friends of mine. I had been on a class with her. I was able to absorb her teachings. I was able to hear, some of her holistic practices to avoid unnecessary like medical treatments. And, I don't know if anyone ever had this, but like I don't want to take the epidural. And if you did or you're against it, whatever, like that was big for me. And I wanted to find someone that would support me in an all natural birth. And this woman was like pro natural birth, like, yes, let's do the movements. And I'm like, this is my lady, this is my girl. Okay, so Boston bought a book recently. Great, thank you, Boston. And I'll use that as an example in a minute. And so when I got introduced to the doula, she introduced me to an acupuncturist, a chiropractor, and someone who specializes in like PT, like physical therapy. And like she had a network of people that I already needed. And again, I promise I'm sharing this story for a reason. I'm an ideal client for each one of those services. And many of you know, like it's my first pregnancy. Birth is new to me. I'm business and networking, women's empowerment and public speaking. Like this was a whole new playground for me. I'm like, these ladies are a different breed, right? But I'm sharing this story and I want you to think about a time this has happened to you where you got into a book and you bought another one, or maybe you bought a course from that book and it just kept going for you. You just kept buying something, whether it's high ticket or low ticket, irrelevant. I want us to really think of those times we bought something we were introduced to and we trusted the process. And if you can think of a time, please put it in chat. I want to make this as interactive and about you as possible. But I'm solely sharing. I'm one person and I am working with a whole realm of healers at this time that I didn't know even lived locally. I'm such an ideal person for all of these courses I'm in, all of these sessions I'm in, and I bought with very little resistance. I want us to take note of that. I bought from each one of these women, they're all women, with very little resistance to their price, to their process. I was just like, I surrender. Take me with you. And so that brings me to all of us here. And again, I'm just using this doula as an example because, again, acupuncture, PT, chiropractor. I'm in touch with her herbalist right now, like, how to have like natural herbs and teas to help naturally get ready for birth. Yeah, little has, because there was trust there. So Boston saying recently she joined us in the We Rise support community with little resistance because she knows, likes, and trusts me. All those things. Yep. Thank you for that example, Boston. Yep. But just to stay on topic, I'm going to keep us here on referral partners and how to get our people to buy from us with little resistance. Okay. So I planned a little interactive activity for us. So does everyone have their pen, or you can write this in chat? I want to hear from you. Who are 3 to 5 people that are working with your ideal client right now that don't offer your service? See, and look at, I can introduce you to these women, Dr. Amanda, because like they're like stacked with how many women are looking for these natural, holistic ways to give birth and home birth. So let's have a one-off chat after, Amanda, because this is really important in a whole new world for me. Boston, my personal trainer has recommended a bunch of things like protein powder. Yeah, and you bought it, right? Isn't this amazing? Yeah. So everyone in here, see how it kind of trickle effects. So let's share right now. Where's your ideal client hanging out right now? Are they at the protein powder shop? Are they at an event this weekend? Maybe there's an event going on. Maybe they're at a yoga studio. Maybe they're going to see an acupuncture. Where are they? Who's working with your ideal client but not offering what you do? I'll use myself as an example because we just kind of went through like doulas, dietitians, fitness coaches. Okay, Boston's saying, yeah, they're at yoga studios, metaphysical shops. Okay. In Boston, are those local to you, like in a 10-mile radius, would you say? Angela, great question. I'm not sure. Okay. Angela, I'm going to empower you. Like if you had to guess, in the 2 clients we were talking about earlier in Telegram this week, how'd you find them or how did they find you? Let's start there. Are they friends of yours? Who else are they buying from? If they're hiring you to do some admin work, some video and graphic design work, who else are they working with? Maybe a CPA, a bookkeeper, friends. Okay. And like, let's get into our friends' line of work. CPAs, bookkeepers, maybe they're in some legal fields. Boston saying, yeah, she goes after. Yes. Okay, great. Angela, I'll give you a minute to brainstorm. So Boston, because she wrote some examples here. Her ideal clients at yoga studios and metaphysical shops that she goes to all the time. So here's an example for Boston. Why not have an event like a Saturday workshop where you can help people clear energy blocks, clear their channel? And you can go in with the yoga studio and the metaphysical shop, like you can give away, something for free, and then they get a $50 credit to work with you, or a $5 credit, whatever feels good for you. But if your ideal client's going to be frequenting the yoga studio in these shops, like why not have a monthly or even quarterly workshop where you can set up a tent or a table, right? Think about that. I think some of mine could be in entrepreneurial groups because these ladies are the ones looking to find non-traditional answers. Yeah. And Amanda, if I'm thinking like naturopathic doctors, maybe holistic doctors, I was introduced to a woman yesterday. She does Chinese medicine and cupping. She's all natural too. Like, would that be folks who deal with your client just to make sure? Like, those are great people for you. Angela, a woman that sells crochet. Yes. So, Angela, look around your town, even Google it. Like, there's so many crochet or arts and crafts studios. Even in my town, like they have like crochet workshops. Like, maybe you can go and set up a table. Maybe you can go and just set up and showcase your work, your portfolio of all your graphic design and video work. Let me know what you think of that. Boston, yeah, that's a great idea. I used to do events all the time, but got so busy. Yeah, exactly. Boston says she used to have these events with these ideal referral partners, but she got busy. And that was actually going to bring me to part 2 of this exercise. Personally, I want to make sure that this exercise is something we implement. Because again, I don't want these to just be another Facebook training we hop on. Yeah, good stuff. We don't implement. I really want us to implement the stuff we learn here. And I promise, I put my name on this. The stuff I'm teaching here will work for you when executed. So just 3 to 5 referral partners. You can go in the Facebook group later and ask, like, hey, is anybody in here a yoga instructor, a breath work coach? Does anybody offer holistic products? Is anybody in here in crochet? I'm sure they are here, because that's going to bring me to the next part of this exercise, asking for introductions and how we're going to do it without coming off salesy or pitchy or bullying. We're going to have a really nice, soft way to ask for these intros. Angela says, I posted the other day on Facebook, help with graphic design. Yeah. And Angela, I want us to be cognizant. Some people are afraid to raise their hand and admit they need graphic design help. Myself included. Like, when I hired my doula, I was afraid to admit I wanted a birth coach. It was like a little embarrassing. I'm like, I'm a woman. Shouldn't I just know how to give birth? Like, and our clients typically feel this way. I'm in business, marketing, sales, coaching with some energy work blended in. Like, people are apprehensive to admit, like, I need Tiff's help for these things. And usually that's for most products and services. People are going to have resistance to raise their hand. So instead of asking for, like, I'm going to call it the egg, right? Like, in referral partners, we talk about the chicken who lays the eggs. The egg is the client, right? There's a chicken who's going to give you the eggs versus just one egg. We want to find chickens that repeatedly lay eggs for us. Because one egg, we use it one time commission, one time service, and it's gone. We want to look for chickens. I know it's a weird analogy, but that's what we were taught when I was doing networking coaching. Okay, you guys are chatting fast. Hold on. And yes, sometimes we don't know the help we need. And right. So if we don't know the help we need, it's very likely our clients don't either. So that's how we have to make it attractive and let them know we're open for business. We're open to serve you. So let's talk about asking for introductions to those chickens, those fitness coaches, those dietitians, those yoga practitioners, those breathwork practitioners, those naturopathic doctors, those crochet instructors. The softest and easiest way to ask for these introductions is to be specific, very specific. And you can ask for one at a time. So, Angela, if you're working with a lot of women who are doing arts and crafts, you can make a post like, hey, I'm looking for introductions for women that sell crochet products. See the difference in, hey, who needs graphic design work versus, hey, I'm looking for women who sell crochet products. And a fitness instructor, great. Instead of saying, hey, is there any fitness instructors who need graphic design work? Hey, is anybody in my community connected with a fitness coach in the area? And I promise you, you're going to get tagged. There's going to be 100 people who will come into your life. Okay. Dr. Amanda, something you could do, since you're looking for like naturopath, holistic practitioners, is the same thing for you. Hey, I'm looking to connect with naturopathic doctors or holistic products representatives. Be very specific. Boston, same with you. I'm looking, you can even do online yoga. I know you're looking to move your practice more in person. But you can look for like online breathwork coaches, yoga teachers, hypnosis. That'd be a good one for you too. I'm looking specifically to connect with hypnotherapists. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Oh, I'll do that instead. Yeah, Angela, and give it a try here. Like, we have to get playful with asking for those introductions. And this is going to bring me to my third tier here. So we got our referral partners. Now we're asking for those introductions. Step 3, how the heck do we make an appealing offer to them? Because, we can't go in and be like, hey, I just want to be introduced to all your clients. Send me all your clients. Just give them to me, right? We have our hands out. We don't want to do that. No, we want to give first. Hey, Mrs. Fitness Instructor, thanks so much for connecting. I wanted to connect and partner up on an event I'm hosting, or a live, or a product I'm launching very soon, with the hopes that I can be an asset to your offer. Would it be cool if we got on a phone call for 15 minutes to see if we're aligned to do this partnership together? Get them on the phone or get them on a voice pop. Let them know what you're working on. And it's very likely they're going to give you input. It also gets your offer in front of them. They could potentially be a client someday too, which is cool. But your referral partner, you really want them to know what you do and who specifically you serve, so they can make those introductions for you. And I want to be clear here. A referral partner is not somebody you like their crap on social media here and there. It's not someone you like their stuff. This is a person that you go together on a project, on an event. And you're repeatedly sharing like, hey, this person was a great fit for the both of us. Should we present our solution? What do you think? Did you follow up with so-and-so, that introduction I made for you? This is somebody that you are both exchanging introductions for. I'm going to pause here because I know this is really high level stuff. And I know not a lot of us, when we got into entrepreneurship, were taught this. This is really big. And I see so often women have partnerships with somebody who either offer the same thing they do and they're in competition, and like it doesn't work out and there's tension, or it's a very loose relationship, like, hey, just let me know when you have somebody who needs marketing coaching. Girl, they ain't never gonna let me know. If I said that 3 months ago, I'm already backburnered. They're not gonna remember me, no matter how much I like, comment, go to their. We have to be together, these referral partners, okay? And something else is, while we're here, like, give them something in return too. Like, in exchange for us going together on this project, I'll interview you on my show that I post to an email list of about 1,000. There's almost 700 people in my group, and my YouTube channel is public. For you going in on this with me, I'll feature you on my show and you can talk about your expertise. Give them something. Make it appealing. You're not alone in whatever you're feeling. If this seems scary, it's okay. It's new. If this seems attractive and you're ready to go, please share in comments about that too. Who you looking to connect with? Because it's very likely not only myself, but the women here know who you're looking to network with. Like Angela, I have a fitness instructor friend. Her name's Kate. I can introduce you to her after. Amanda, I just met a naturopathic woman yesterday who specializes in Chinese medicine. That's a great introduction for you. Please let me know. Boston, I have a whole, and Amanda too, I have a whole world of like these healers for birth. I'm sure you both could benefit from those introductions. Be specific and let me know. And I'm happy myself to make these intros. But not only me, I'm sure there's other women going through this live replay after the fact and will know someone. And it boosts their credibility when they make these introductions. Believe me, people love making introductions. It makes them look good and feel good. Usually what I recommend is like having an event together, kind of like Boston is going to be doing some stuff at the yoga studio, at these metaphysical shops in her town. Like, that's what we want to try to look for. It doesn't always have to be in town, like in person, but we want to think like, how can we get our clients together in one room, whether it's a Zoom room, a physical room? We'll talk about that and how we can make it beneficial to them tomorrow. Okay, Angela? Thank you so much for investing in yourself, everyone that's here live and tuning into the replay. I want you to know this is the stuff that works. This is what's going to separate you from just another carousel or a flashy reel. And don't get me wrong, those things are great. I love those things too. But I really just want us to stop spinning our wheels, expecting like the algorithm to magically send us a client from a reel or a post. Oh, you're so welcome, Boston. Thank you. And Boston, we'll be on the call tomorrow too. We're going to dive into this explicitly for each member. You're so welcome. And anyone that's on the replay or not a member of our private We Rise, Women Empowerment Rise community, it is not too late. I'd encourage you to take a look at our link, take a look at our videos that we have out there. We have a very safe and collaborative community that we're opening tomorrow. I'm so excited. And these are the conversations that we're having. How do we leverage our network? How do we build authentic relationships? And how do we ask questions and get feedback on our offers from like-minded women? This is the space we're creating. We'd love to see you on the inside. I'm going to drop the link next week. Stay tuned. I have a special guest speaker who's going to be coming in. We only have a few more weeks until I have some guest speakers coming in while I'm out on maternity leave. But we love you so much for being here. Be well, enjoy, and happy sales. Take care.